have no idea what to do today.
Hi, Mart here, and welcome back to another episode of Draw Every Day. Today, I'm gonna talk about making self-portraits. The reason for this is because, well, I've turned 24 recently, and usually when I have like birthday, I'm doing my self-portrait in a few days after that. And the reason why I'm doing this is because this is one of the things when I can actually see my progress the most, because I'm doing it like once, twice a year, and I can actually see how like well I can draw, if it makes any sense. And I did this one not just because well I turned 24, but mainly because I've kind of ran out of ideas for these videos. So I had to came up with something real quick because making daily videos is kind of hard actually. Especially when you have to create something. Yeah, that's kind of hard. Anyway, let's go through actually portrait. When I'm making self-portrait, I have like kind of stable workflow when it comes to this. I'm usually look at me either in a webcam or picture. For this I used picture because well I don't have the hair now. It's about a month old, so it's not that bad. And then I just make the structure for it. You know, just the shape of my face, which I can do quite well, I think. And then I make the structure, you know, the structure lines, just to cut my face into some portions. Usually it's like dividing in a half and the halves in a half and stuff like that. And, you know, just doing the analytical approach, you know, just see where everything is and line it perfectly. Then I start like laying these little markers for eyes and everything, mouth, eyes, nose, and just every feature, and try to place them there. Also, I'm trying not to spend that much time on it. You know, just couple of minutes, like on the whole drawing. You know, like if it's 20 minutes and more, it's too long for my self-portrait. Of course, when it's just a drawing, when I'm doing actually proper self-portrait with painting and everything, it usually takes me about an hour or something. Thanks to this, that I'm actually setting up some kind of time limit for that, I can actually see my improvement even in speed of my drawings, which is something I think pretty useful to know if you are like improving when it comes to speed as well. And it can actually boost your motivation a bit. This is all about boosting your motivation. When it comes to drawing, you can't draw anything without motivation. You'll be just unmotivated or without like any energy or without any will to make anything good. And with motivation, you're gaining this superpowers to actually create some beautiful art and something super nice and like the best drawings of your life. Anyway, let's move on back to the drawing as usual in these videos. And I'm using the pencil tool because I think it's one of the best pencil tools ever. Also, you can see that I'm going really light with every stroke and everything because my drawing style is really sketchy. If I try to make the lines kind of darker, it wouldn't like look good, and I would probably have some problems with actually seeing what I'm doing. So, well, I try to like, you know, get rid of this sketchiness by just doing really light strokes and lines. And well, I think it came up really well. I actually look kind of good at this drawing, which is not normal. Another thing I want to talk about is when you're making self-portrait or portraits in general, pay attention to the whole image. Don't look at the single things from the start, of course. You have to kind of find the right shape for the face and everything first, and then you can actually look at the nose and everything else. Because if you just like look at something, for example, some person as me, I have like bigger nose, you would like create this big bumpy nose, and then you realize that the face is too small for the nose, because my nose is bigger, but it's not that big. You know, some people would like draw it on the half of my face, you know, this big nose or something. And I think that's one of the reasons why these mistakes are made, is because you are just looking right at the feature before you actually create the whole thing, like the whole shape of the face or of the head or, you know, whatever. So just make the whole shape and then move to the features. And by moving to the features, don't draw them detailedly. Just draw both eyes at the same time, both eyebrows and everything, and just draw them like lightly. Don't try to over detail them, because if you over detail something or spend too much time on something, like rendering or, you know, making it like the best eye ever, you won't have time to finish the painting or the motivation or, you know, the initial, I don't know, energy boost for the whole drawing. So for example, you spend 20 minutes on one eye, yeah, now you're seeing, oh, I needed 20 minutes for another eye and probably like more and more time for the rest of the face. But if you make the whole face in 20 minutes, then you can just add the details later and make the whole drawing better. Also, if you're not really interested in these videos and if you're wondering when I'm actually gonna upload something else in Krita, you know, some actual painting, don't worry, I'm working on it. I have about 5 videos in progress, but they're like, you know, kind of more, I have to do more work on them, and they are not really easy to do, and, you know, painting takes some time for me. So don't worry, there will be another videos, not just this series. I will make another videos. Okay, so that's it for today. Thanks for watching and see you tomorrow.